Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a serious and upsetting situation involving KG, a member of VCHA, and her lawsuit against JYP Entertainment. This isn't just a case of a personal dispute, it's a shocking expose of the mistreatment, abuse, and neglect faced by KG and her fellow members. From what's been revealed so far, the environment JYP provided for these girls was toxic, exploitative, and severely damaging to their mental and physical health. In this video, we're going to break down the timeline of events, discuss what's in KG's statement and lawsuit, and analyze the larger implications for VCHA, JYP, and the industry. This video will also discuss how the group's struggles were hidden behind silence and the company's calculated public image. Let's get into it. On December 7, 2024, KG broke her silence with a powerful statement on social media, explaining her decision to file a lawsuit against JYP Entertainment to terminate her contract and officially leave VCHA. According to KG, her decision stemmed from persistent mistreatment by JYP staff and the environment they cultivated, which endangered her mental health and that of her fellow members. She shared that the group endured a culture of extreme dieting and unhealthy work conditions, leading some members to develop eating disorders. The pressure was so immense that one member allegedly attempted suicide. This paints a horrific picture of the environment JYP fostered, a place where young girls entrusted to the company's care were instead exploited, belittled, and pressured to an inhuman extent. KG emphasized that her decision to leave was not impulsive. She had decided to terminate her contract back in May and has been waiting for months for the legal process to conclude. Her commitment to her art remains strong, but she made it clear she could no longer remain in such a damaging environment. This was not only a stand for her own well-being, but a way to advocate for others in similar situations. The lawsuit filed by KG is accompanied by detailed allegations, many of which reveal a pattern of neglect and abuse at JYP Entertainment. One of the most harrowing accusations is how staff reportedly ignored or downplayed medical concerns. Members, including KG, were often expected to work through sickness and injuries without proper care. In one incident described in the lawsuit, KG sought medical attention for a recurring health issue, only for the staff to respond coldly, prioritizing rehearsal schedules over her well-being. Beyond physical neglect, the psychological toll was immense. Members were subjected to grueling schedules, all while being micromanaged about their diets. Extreme weight management was encouraged, putting these young girls under enormous strain. KG directly called out this culture, pointing to the development of eating disorders within the group and the general disregard for the members' health. KG also disclosed that the hostile and oppressive work environment led one member to a suicide attempt. This revelation is horrifying and a stark reminder of the detrimental consequences of unchecked abuse and mental health neglect. Self-harm, including suicide attempts, often emerges as a response to intense emotional pain, isolation, and an overwhelming sense of hopelessness, factors that seem to align with the toxic conditions described in the lawsuit. The lawsuit also points to multiple instances of verbal abuse and demeaning behavior from staff members. The text messages shared among the members, detailing their fear and exhaustion, reinforce the claim that their concerns were ignored or dismissed. This kind of environment can strip young individuals of their self-worth, further fueling self-harming tendencies. It is worth emphasizing that self-harm is not merely an act of seeking attention, but a cry for help, a desperate attempt to cope with overwhelming distress. The use of surveillance cameras, particularly to monitor weight, was also mentioned in the lawsuit. Monitoring the girls this way is deeply dehumanizing and suggests a complete disregard for the artist's well-being. The text messages included in the lawsuit, where members discuss the toll of these actions on their mental health, paint a harrowing picture of an environment where physical appearance was prioritized over emotional and physical safety. The lawsuit also alleges that the members were financially exploited. Despite their intense schedules and the revenue they generated, the girls were reportedly not fairly compensated. Instead, profits were handled in ways that seem opaque and questionable. This adds another layer to the mistreatment they faced, as the financial burden of their dreams was essentially placed on their shoulders. In hindsight, KG's revelations make sense of VCHA's unusual absences in recent months. After the group's debut lineup was finalized on E2K in late September, fans noticed that VCHA wasn't promoted as heavily as expected. Their withdrawal from major appearances, such as Lollapalooza, was never explained publicly by JYP. Now, it seems clear that this silence wasn't to protect the girls, but to suppress the truth. Instead of addressing their internal issues, JYP chose to remain tight-lipped, likely hoping to contain the damage. The company's lack of transparency has only added to the public's growing distrust. These girls weren't just missing events, they were being silenced while dealing with unimaginable pressure behind closed doors. Now, let's take a step back and look at the context in which VCHA was formed. As winners of A2K, a joint reality competition between JYP and Republic Records, VCHA's members were thrust into the limelight after months of intense training and competition. However, even after their debut lineup was finalized, they weren't given the chance to rest or even celebrate their success. The group was reportedly kept under wraps while the show aired, training secretly to avoid spoilers. This already points to a culture of secrecy and control. For these girls, some of whom are still minors, this meant living under constant surveillance and restriction. The emotional toll of this alone is staggering, yet JYP still expected them to push forward with promotions and rehearsals, seemingly disregarding their well-being. As fans, we have a responsibility to hold JYP Entertainment accountable. When a similar issue rose recently with Sungin, fans were quick to demand transparency and action from SM. We need to bring that same energy here. This is not just about KG. It's about all the VCHA members who endured this toxic environment. If we don't speak out, we risk allowing companies to continue exploiting young talent without consequence. We need to amplify KG's voice and ensure that this lawsuit doesn't get swept under the rug. These girls deserve justice, and they need to know their fans are in their corner. What KG and the other VCHA members have gone through is heartbreaking, and it's a stark reminder of the darker side of the entertainment industry. For JYP Entertainment, a company that has built its brand on trust and integrity, to be at the center of such allegations is deeply disappointing. Let's not stay silent. Share this video, spread the word, and let JYP know that fans won't stand for this. More importantly, let's support KG and the VCHA members as they navigate this difficult time. They've given us so much through their talent and hard work. It's time for us to give back by standing with them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.